Hi everyone, my name is Kamaya. The name of my podcast is New Mom Diaries, Navigating Motherhood Together. The objective is to create an engaging and relatable podcast where mothers feel comfortable in sharing their experiences regarding their mistakes, the highs, the lows, the lessons they have learned. Overall, I just want to build a community for motherhood, for you to feel comfortable enough to share your experiences. So with that being said, the quote of the day is, motherhood is all about raising and celebrating the child that you have and not the child you thought you would have. With that being said, our topic for today is expectations versus reality. Now let's get into it. Hi everyone, with me today I have two guests, Zack and Imani, and I will let them introduce themselves.
Hello, I am Zack. I'm from Washington, D.C. I am 26 years old, and I am the mother of a 5-year-old boy named Grayson.
Hi everybody, I'm Imani. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina, and I have a 1-year-old daughter named Drew.
Okay, so
we're so happy to be here.
So excited.
Yes, like I said, this is going to be a relatable podcast. So here, we got some wine here today. Cheers. Cheers. Sip. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, that's the type time we on. Okay. Anyway, we are going to get into the question. So like I said, today's topic is expectations versus reality. So the first question is, what did you expect about the early days with a newborn, and how was it different in reality?
My answer would be, of course, I think like any first time mom, you hope and pray that, things will be smooth and, your baby will come out nice and happy and healthy, especially happy. But I think once I got to like the 9th month of pregnancy, I kind of was already worn down. Like I expected to still be worn down. And then I was blessed with a baby that cried as soon as we left that hospital. So like the reality was not good. Like, I had postpartum depression like a bitch. Can we cuss?
Yeah, go ahead. This raw.
I had postpartum depression bad, and I think he felt that. If y'all hear him, that's him.
It's motherhood.
I think he felt my energy, and so the first couple of months actually it wasn't the best for me.
That's fair. I think for me, I kind of wanted more like warnings or so like the first day I had her, I'm asleep. I didn't even realize I needed to change her pamper. Like all these things, I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to do that now. She's here. So that kind of expectation or reality was weird for me. And then she was up during the night. I'm like, why are you reversed? Thought you were supposed to sleep like a baby during the day and we be up and you go back to sleep.
Right.
But you want to be up and shit. That's not, you're doing too much. So that reality was harsh. Being up from the ass crack of dawn.
How did you imagine bonding with your baby would go, and what was the reality?
So I'm not the most affectionate, so I was a little concerned that I would be very like put her down, don't want her too much. But I actually enjoyed talking to her, smiling at her every second I got. Still to this day, very affectionate with her. So.
Yes, I love that.
I hoped and prayed that I would have a good bond with my child. But like I kind of said in my last answer, once I got to that last month, like I honestly and truly was so tired of being pregnant that it was like I'm already beefing with the baby. Like I already got beef with this baby because Grayson had a habit of kicking me right in the same spot in my stomach while he was in the inside. So it was like at that point, like that part of my stomach is tender and raw, and it's just I was just so ready for him to get out. Then, like I said, once he came out, he cried all the time. Like, at first 2 days in hospital, he was cool. soon as we went home, like it was nonstop and
Driving you insane.
Driving me crazy. Like I was so ready for somebody to come and get this baby. like literally, like. But I know y'all felt that too.
No,
like when they actually said in you at home, all the nurses not coming in and checking on you and stuff. Like I'm actually responsible for this human. There's nobody that I can just give him to. There's no way that I cannot be a mom without it being something devastating happen. Like this is my reality. I think just understanding that or trying to understand it, it did not go over well with me. So he and I, we was into it. We was into it for a little bit, but I think after like month 4 or 5, then he was my dog.
Right, nah, them first weeks, first month is definitely tough.
Crazy.
Right after you leave the hospital, because literally, like you said, like you don't have no type of help. Like it's like, oh, what I'm doing next? Like figuring it out right on your own, especially if you're not having like a community to help you or anything, a village.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into it. Okay, this is good. I love this. Ooh, how did you picture the support system you have versus the one you actually have?
I don't think that was so different. Like my expectations versus the reality. Like I don't know. I knew who I could trust to do stuff. Is it?
No, he's fine.
I knew who I would be able to trust to help me out and who I wouldn't. Like I was lucky enough to have my sister. I was lucky enough to have my sister move down here all the way from DC to just, be there. Like she worked from home, she worked remote, so she was okay, coming to stay with me for a year. But it's like, even going back to that last question, it's something about once you become a mom, like that instinct in you to not trust anybody's opinion but your own.
Right.
You feel like, you are responsible for this one. So even if she came in the room and got him and took him in the room with her to chill, like even if he's crying, I still feel bad. Still feel like a bother to her. Even though she done moved all the way here, it still felt like, I gotta do it. If anybody's gonna be up stressing, it gotta be me.
Because that's my child. That's my obligation.
That's my crybaby. that's my colicky baby. So if anybody's gonna be responsible for that, that's me. I mean, as far as friends and like line sisters was concerned, I knew to take everything with a grain of salt. Like everybody be excited for TT baby until TT baby get here.
Okay, that's the one.
Now I see you when I see you, but like I said.
So I'm gonna come from the single mother side.
Okay.
I genuinely formed a greater appreciation for my mother and my sister immediately. And my stepfather, like just understanding that somebody who had nothing to do with the creation of this baby was waking up with you was so beautiful. So, and some nights, they let me handle it. And then moving out of that home was an experience because then they had to start letting me really develop into my own kind of like sense of I got this, or it's my opinion versus everybody else's type thing. Like I'm going to do what's best for her.
Right.
And then even down to friends and line sisters, you truly do learn who was there 1,000% once that baby get here. I truly appreciate all the friends that were truly there and checked on me. I have a greater appreciation for them now. And I try not to hold anybody to a standard now, really showing up for her. Because regardless of if you do or not, I'm here.
That's big. My
family is here type thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely big. Me? Oh, I was a bitch. I had a support system while I was pregnant, but them hormones. Like I said, I was BITCH to the fullest. Like I'm cussing out everybody that was there to support me. But then again, in my head, it's like y'all not checking on me like consistently every day how I would expect everybody if you're pregnant. But it's like in reality, it's like as long as you getting at least one checkup or whatever the case may be, like that's all the support that I need. But in reality, that wasn't enough for me until I officially had Kiela and I understood. And especially when my other friends and my sisters got pregnant, I was like, dang, I ain't checking on them every day. Like, I hope they don't feel that way. Like, dang, let me take a step back. What were your thoughts on balancing personal time with motherhood?
Personal time with motherhood.
So many may, envision getting back to hobbies or self-care, but the reality might be a little bit like of an adjustment, like a little longer adjustment.
I got you. With that, since day one, I was on fuck what anybody else think. I don't care where you think I should be, what you think I should be doing. Mm-hmm. If I know my child is safe, correct, and healthy, I'm going to do whatever I want. Because I so happened to get pregnant so young, well, not so young, but 19, 20, it's like I still have a lot of life to live. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to be able to still find myself with my child, not so much changing my route or my journey because of the child. Like, okay, if it's some things I can still do, like I was a senior in college when I had my child. My baby daddy didn't like going to parties that much. I could use a break. None of them eyes in there, even though there was people that had comments of why she not with her baby. My baby is taken care of, though. He's good. He's asleep right now. Like, he's not missing me. So, yeah, I'm still going to do what I want. Right. There's nothing y'all can tell me that'll make me change that. Yeah. And just to piggyback off that, that's probably one thing I definitely hate. If somebody don't see you with your child, it's like, hello, it took two people. Right. Where's the baby? It's either she with her daddy or she with her mama. Point blank, period. Like, it's no in between. Yeah. I just hate when people think that the child is just solely to, like, one parent. Yeah. Like, they don't have another parent. I don't like that. And with the village in general, like, even if he ain't with the daddy, if my baby not with me, I know where my baby is. Right. When I used to go to class and they like, where's Grayson? I left him in the car. Right. I kept the window rolled down for him. Like, where do you think he is? Where does a child go when he's not with his parents? Yeah. Somewhere. It's definitely definitely the entitlement that I was not
like a little push.
But it was definitely the entitlement that I was not expecting.
What do you mean?
Pregnancy came.
Like entitlement.
So I always say this to everybody. Just because you have a title to my child do not mean you're entitled to my child. I mean, I don't care if you family members or not. That's my damn child. Yeah. She came out of, bloop, bloop, bloop. Yeah, like, I'm her mother. I don't care what anybody have to say. I don't care you a grandmother, an aunt, an uncle. You're not entitled to see my child. So your opinions, it's from the outside. Throw it out. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Situational. Yeah. Sometimes. That's not all the time, y'all. But yeah.
Okay. So getting back to my self pre-motherhood.
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
That was hard because I kind of felt like, am I being judged outside? Because I'm gonna go outside. That was just the life I lived before, and I got pregnant a little later in life. So I was like, dang, I'm just in my prime of getting out and meeting people, and then I got to sit down for damn near a year. Like, then I got to sit down some more because I had her. Like, it was a lot for me, but I think that's just the younger woman mindset. I had to really like cater to, like, okay, you're responsible for somebody now. But then I had to learn how to communicate more appropriately with my family. Like, I need time to myself. Yeah. I didn't want anybody to be upset with me because I wanted the time to myself. So I had to start creating schedules and interacting with my child's father's family more. Like, hey, can y'all come get her for this weekend? What's y'all's schedule? Because I don't want it to be like I'm going out every weekend, but at least I know in this weekend, this month, I'm for sure she with somebody else. Right. So I had to adjust to that because it was hard. I wanted to be out with my friends, and it kind of hurt my feelings for a little bit because they doing what they want to do. Right. They text me like, "Can you do this tonight?" I'm like, "Hell no, I can't do that." Right. But y'all could come over here, and then it's like your house get all quiet because everybody wants to come over there, baby, and it just get awkward. Yeah. It gets awkward. So I had to learn to take all these things not personally and just create the schedule that fit for me to be able to get back into my old life.
Right. And just to piggyback off that,
do you have a lot of mommy friends, or is it still like most of your friends don't have children that you're usually around like on a day-to-day basis kind of thing?
For those that I'm usually around, no, I'm the one mom in my friend group, and I've always had big friend groups, so that's difficult to navigate. But as far as my line sisters, it's 3 of us, and I could see now how all of them felt isolated in this process,
right?
For sure. And I kind of like internally apologize, or I try to make up for that when I'm around them.
Right.
Yeah, let's go be mommies, but let's go be ourselves.
Right.
Let's go do something fun because y'all deserve it. Like, I know how it feels.
Yeah. I like that. I'm gonna skip. What were your expectations around mom guilt, and how does it actually feel day to day?
Mom guilt?
Yes.
I don't know, maybe I was blessed in this regard, but it wasn't too much that I felt guilty about, or like, kind of like my last answer, I didn't give a fuck with nobody else what they thought I should be doing.
Yeah.
Because I'm still going to do what I want. Like, I know me.
Right.
There's no way I'm putting my child in harm's way.
Right.
So there's nothing you can tell me about anything that will make me feel like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
As long as my mama don't disagree with something I'm doing,
okay,
I'm good. Like, and even to get more into like the way my life is set up now, my son doesn't live with me full time. He lives with his dad, and a lot of people are judgmental about that because they assume, you the mother, you should want to be with your child.
Correct.
You're crazy if you think I don't want to be with my child.
Yeah.
But I also have enough. How am I trying to phrase this? I am not prideful enough to keep my child with me just because I'm scared of what everybody else is going to assume. He's a boy.
Right.
He has a father that wants to be around him just as much as I do. Why would I tell his father he can't be with him?
Right.
His father lives in Virginia Beach with his whole family support system. Many people that can pick him up from school. Many people that can, get him right. I'm here. It's me.
Right.
Why would I not send my child to the place where he would be raised the way I feel is the best? Like, and there's nothing
wrong with that.
There's nothing
the best for your child.
Like, you see, I got him back yesterday. He with me chilling. We right back in the groove. So
yeah.
I don't know. It's like just maintain that mindset. If I'm okay with what I'm doing, if I'm not feeling guilty about what I'm doing,
yeah.
All right.
That's a different mind. That's a different mindset. Yeah. I like that. But you're a strong one. You're a confident one to have like that mindset.
It took time.
Yeah.
Like when he first started living with his dad, like, of course I felt like I wasn't doing something right, but I have a baby daddy. I have a baby daddy that, like, I don't know, allows me to be vulnerable with him. And it was like a conversation we had at a Cracker Barrel. This is in the city we would meet when we would exchange him. We actually sat down and actually cried in front of him, like, about how hard this will be for me. But I know him being with you is the best thing. And he was right. He's all on board. He's like, that's what I was thinking too.
I was not as confident as you were. I had mom guilt whenever I stepped outside without my baby.
Facts.
Hey, and that's not just nightclubs. That's like, I'm going to the store and I have my baby. Like,
correct.
Ouch. Like, I feel like she's supposed to be attached to my hip. But then once I started going out in social settings and you do get those questions like, where's the baby? I'm like, well, for sure she ain't going to be here.
Right. Like,
what? She has been to birthday.
Okay.
Been to start. I try to take her to the nice places though. She ain't going to the nice.
You got your baby bottle. You got your drinky drink. Okay.
Right. It's balance. But I had to really conquer that mom guilt, and similar to you, just giving yourself that break and allowing somebody to step in when you feel like you're not your best. It hit hard.
Yeah.
Am I not being a good mom?
Right.
Because I need a second.
Right.
But then you realize, like, no, you're a lot stronger than what you think you are because you can acknowledge that.
Right.
People said that every day to me, and it wouldn't sit in. But then I look at her, and she's happy, she's loved, she see me, she loved me.
Smart.
I'm like, you're not mad at me?
Yeah.
So that mom guilt kind of like, Now, if she's a bit older, I probably feel a little like,
right.
But because I know right now it's a transition, it's not forever, I can be like, okay.
Like that.
What about you? Did you answer the question?
No, I had mom guilt all the time. I was so attached, and to this day, I'm still attached to Kiela, but it's not as bad. Comfortable enough now to go out and be like, okay, she's in good hands. Like, I can have my fun. I don't have to keep, bless you, or yeah. Yeah, I don't have to like just have that mom guilt anymore because I just know that she's in a safe environment. I can have my fun because I don't want to wear a mom hat all the time. Before I became a mother, I was Kamaya, okay, but it was hard at first adjusting because I used to go out and I'm outside in public, like I'm on my phone scrolling through the pictures, all the pictures I done took of her. Like, I want to get to back to my baby. Like, I don't want to be here no more. I want to go cuddle with my child. Like, yeah, that was my mom guilt. During homecoming, I got that question so many times. Why you outside, bitch? My child okay?
Yeah.
It's homecoming, ho.
Yeah.
What's the assumption that like people can't? Like your parents went out without you at one point, right?
But it comes from people that's not moms.
Yeah,
and even before I became a mom, I've always seen posts, of course, on social media, and you would have people that's not moms dragging another mom because they're not in a situation or they're saying what they would do. And of course, everybody have their opinions of what they would do until they actually get in that situation. And not that I was judgmental, but of course, some things I'd be like, oh, I'm not doing that. Oh, that child acting out in public like that. Oh no, you better whoop their ass. Oh no, now. Well, you gotta pick your battles. You gotta pick your battles because most times the child's not even bad. It's just they in that whining phase.
Whiny phase, like personality.
And and you're not gonna know until you actually experience it and you're actually a mom. So
it's easy to throw shots looking in.
Okay. What did you imagine postpartum recovery would be like, and how was the reality different? So many expect like a quicker or easier like recovery, like while the reality can include like physical and emotional challenges.
For sure. I don't think people. Okay, so I sought therapy after the fact. My mom was like, "You got a week." Therapist. She was trying to get me ahead of it, but you also have to be very self-aware. You can go to therapy and not be telling on yourself how you should be.
Right.
Like, you really have got to get that out because here it is a year later, and granted, I may not still be in postpartum, but it's a lot of stuff that I did not let out. So now I'm finding myself blowing up at people who don't deserve it, getting frustrated at a child that don't deserve it. She don't know what the hell going on.
Right.
So I think I kind of like overlooked it until a point it kind of came over me. And people really have to acknowledge that it is real. I've had plenty of people, I check on them and they'll be like, oh, I know I'm not going through postpartum, and good for you. Right. Good for you. But for those who really experience it, like, be honest with yourself. That shit is hard and it's real. Like, and it's okay to experience it.
Thank you. My expectation was definitely different from my reality based on my birth story itself. Like, I had planned to give birth in a birthing center, all natural, like, no machines, no nothing, just mood music and all that stuff, and then end up at the hospital getting a C-section after being in labor for 3 days. And so, like I keep repeating, me and Gray already wasn't close when he was still inside. So it was like, now he's out and I want to feel that overwhelming sense of love, but it's like now it's crowded and I got this scar. Like when you recovering from a C-section, like they want you to be up walking around so you don't clot by the next day 2. But it's like you have an open wound, like you just got abdominal surgery. So it's like everything is harder. Going to the bathroom when you give birth is hard already. Trying to use the bathroom with a C-section scar, like, it's just, I don't know, it's traumatizing. And so I think probably in the hospital is where I felt the most mom guilt, because I already felt guilty about having this traumatic ass birth. And then it would be things like they would come bathe him when I finally done got to the toilet after trying to get there for 15 minutes. So you wasn't there, so I'm sitting on the toilet looking out the door at this person giving my child their first bath. I want Shaheem in here with me because I need support, but it's like I also don't want Grayson over there by himself while some stranger watched him. So it was just like, it was very traumatic. And I feel like that itself added to my postpartum depression. When we get home, like, I can't walk around. I had to stay on the second floor of the house because I can't walk down those steps for a week and a half. So Shaheem making all the bottles, he doing all the stuff. I don't know. I think that's when I felt the most, I don't know, out of it. But after a while, like, I was good. Knowing what I know now, I might actually get a C-section again. And they kind of promote that if you had a C-section before. But like, I was in labor for 3 days. I was ready for him to go. They put me in the operating room. He was out in 8 minutes. Like, my next pregnancy, I might schedule a C-section because I already know what that recovery is like. I can prepare, but like, that surgery in itself was only like 45 minutes from them cutting me to them sewing me up. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're fine. But yeah, so that's my answer.
My giving birth was fine. I pushed out in 10 minutes, but I was doped the fuck up on that epidural. I maxed it out. Did I know that I was not supposed to max it out? But I maxed it out. Was fine. Afterwards, I couldn't walk. I felt like a crackhead. Like, I was shaking. Like, I was like, and I'm like, doctor, am I good? Like, what's up with me? Like, when is it going to stop? She was like, it's just the shakes. Like, your body is just traumatized. Like, it's recovering right now, whatever. Could not use the bathroom. When she told me she was going to have to help me use the bathroom, I'm like, huh? What? But that was hard. Like, I really could not walk afterwards. Like, I was struggling, like, bad. Physically, even after I got home, I was so insecure with my body.
Is that a question?
But we can talk about it within this. I was very insecure with my body. And even now to this day, everybody's like, oh, you're so skinny, like, you bounce back, this and that. And it's like, y'all don't know that half, because mentally, I'm struggling with the body that I'm in now. And a lot of people's like, oh, you gotta love your body, but it's like, that's a progress. Like, like, you gotta build that confidence back up. Because how did you envision your home would look like after having kids compared to how it actually is?
I definitely would not be a mom if I didn't think me and my baby daddy was going to be together forever at the time. And I just kind of leave that part there.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's how I kind of expected. Me, Shaheem, in love, got the baby. I mean, he's 5 now. We both said, like, by the time he was out of diapers, he was 5. That's probably when we start working on the next kid. So, that's what I expected when I was pregnant.
Okay.
And just like life be life, and reality. Real. And me and him was not together. So, I still plan to have me a man. Shit, like, but I mean, I'm taking life one step at a time.
Okay.
Can you reiterate the question for me, please?
Yes, don't worry. I'm gonna cut that part out. Okay. How did you envision your home would look like after having kids compared to how it actually is?
Oh, I think especially how I was in like that nesting mode before Drew was born. I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna have my shit together. No,
that's all we can do is laugh. Yeah.
And then as she grows, it's like you see people making these TikTok videos, and they're like, "How y'all house be that dirty?" Now, this is not to say my shit is a filth and squalor. Okay. But it's hard. Like, this toddler is running around living life. Yeah. I don't feel like picking that up again for the 3rd time today. Like, no. You just let it ride, and you just kind of. Now, mental health aside, because people do go through that too. But just like, you know what, I'm a mom, and if company comes in, they know I'm a mom, so don't expect no neat and tidy house. That's just not what I got for you right now. Right. So, I'll pick up, sweep it up. Yeah, my baby's having fun. Romantically, however, I had no intention of what home would look like in that aspect. Yeah. Like, I already knew going into it, I wasn't gonna have that, so I was cool. Yeah.
Understandable.
Mine was one of the ones when I was just the only one out the group that had the baby. Yeah. She would come over, and granted, it'd be like, other people be at the house. But one time she really said, like, I don't like the fact that other people be over here and be seeing your spaces like this and don't help you out. But it's like now knowing what you know now, does it make more sense? I mean, I get what you were saying about people being there and not helping out, but it's like you see why it just wasn't looking up to Paul all the time. Like, I don't want to keep washing these dishes and keep doing this stuff and you pulling the same stuff out all the time. Like, I'm gonna just sit down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit down.
Sometimes you need a break. You need a break.
If we can all sit here and acknowledge like she in mommy mode and we in mommy's house,
right?
Mommy need help.
Right.
So the same way you came to my house that day when we had that stroll practice, my groceries come in and she putting everything in the cabinet. I'm like, yo, sit down.
And watching the dishes.
Brush going crazy. I'm like,
I don't know what it is, but I don't know if it's y'all, but like, not that we can't clean our own house, but do you feel like obligated when you go to other people's house? Like, shit, I'd rather clean their shit than my shit. Like, you know?
I had her house cleaning the fuck out of dishes.
Like,
with dishes in my house has been sitting for 2 weeks. Like, I don't know, it's just something about just doing that for somebody else. Because they would appreciate it.
Yeah.
Even though she telling me like, Zach, chill, it's still like, I mean, even in that moment, I'm thinking about that day when she.
Yeah.
Like, why would I not? I'm standing here, we drinking, we laughing. I feel good here.
Yeah.
It's not the way for you.
No. I feel that.